You're watching TVC News. Some farmers in Benue State have voiced their pain over the annual drought affecting their farmlands, which has led to the reduction of agricultural productivity. Communities mostly affected by this drought are those situated in Kwande, Ushongo, and Vedekaya local councils. Mayowa Kwato reports.
During the 1966 to 1968 drought in Nigeria, about 250,000 people and about 12 million animals were estimated to have died from starvation. Agricultural yields fell to about 40% of normal yields. The drought of the 1960s also caused social backwardness and left farmers impoverished with poor quality of life. Community members in Vanjekia, Ushongo, and Kwande local councils in Benue State are open to avoid a repetition of these events. Farmers, residents, and community leaders have traced the present drought to low rainfall in the region.
I'm very much worried, and even the community, all the farmers around the community here are worried because they are counting losses. Yes, they are sure that as the rain started now, by next month, it is going to stop. So,
have you been experiencing this thing before?
We have been experiencing drought, but not this type.
It rains first week of April. Then April finish, it couldn't rain again. Even you can see this guinea corns. They plant this thing, what do you call beans here. And they plant other things, and guinea corn, all of them, they die.
They disclosed that the drought on their farmlands is an annual challenge, but this year is exceptional and the worst ever encountered.
We have never experienced this kind of drought in the recent times. And what have befallen the people of this geographical area is quite devastating. You can imagine if there had been no rain, and that is what the state of the affairs is, for about close to 3 months. And that is the exact period when crops they begin to mature. At the moment we are speaking, all of the crops I have mentioned, and even others, they have withered.
As a result of the shortage of rain, you can look at the farmland. It didn't year out to produce. So this brings a lot of problem to the community, because hoping that in the next 2, 3 to 4 years, that person may not stand proper as a result of this.
This drop in agricultural productivity may lead to the youth engaging in social vices. It is why these community leaders are appealing to the state government to provide relief materials and an alternative for the people.
When farmers go to the field, they want to have food that they can eat. For now, there is no food for them to eat. Secondly, it provides an avenue for them to earn a living. There is no source that they can earn any money now. And so as we speak, it's a disaster for the people.
But the state government is way ahead of them and confirms that it is already partnering with the federal government to provide implements for irrigation farming. The Commissioner for Agriculture urges farmers to key into the initiative.
Whether there's rainfall or no rainfall, you should still be able to grow crops and get adequate yield. So we're encouraging our farmers and trying to help provide such facilities that will enable them to be able to irrigate during the periods that there's no rainfall. And even during the rainy season, when there's not enough rainfall, they can also supplement rainfall by irrigating their crops so that they can get optimum yields.
Being the food basket of the nation, described by Benue residents, should be a wake-up call to the federal government, as what happened in the 1960s shouldn't be repeated. Mayowa Okwato, TVC News, Benue.